G'day, you bloody beautiful freaks. Welcome to Lukey Bangers, and let's discuss why Obi Wan Kenobi is a shit Jedi. Oh, I haven't got a fucking intro. Lukey Bangers! Alright, so I imagine that me in the future's put like a really cool intro in there. So let's get on with the list. And the first reason why Obi Wan Kenobi is a shit Jedi is simple. It all starts to take a downward turn for old Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when Yoda says to Obi-Wan to hide baby Luke from his dad with the only family he's ever known, the fucking Lazars. The fucking Lazars on Tatooine. Is that how you would say plural of Lars? The Lazars? He hides them with the Lazars. And I mean, what sort of a loose family connection is it anyway? So their dad bought Anakin's mum as a slave. They fell in love in the space of about 2 days, and then he fucking lost her, and then she died at the hands of the Sand People, and that makes you family? I mean, maybe Yoda was actually onto something, because there's no way in the fucking world that Darth Vader would actually look with the Lars family. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I'll give Obi-Wan some points back for that one. I forgive you. So now we'll move on to point number 2. In hiding Luke Skywalker from Darth Vader and the rest of the Empire, I mean, the Emperor and shit, he decides to hand baby Luke to the Lars family, right? And he's like, you know what? His name's Luke, right? And for a surname, you should probably use Skywalker. Yeah, you should probably use Skywalker. I mean, if Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, actually comes looking for his son, I mean, he'll never think that we'll use his actual real name. No, he'll never think that. I mean, what about Padme's surname? Amidala. Yeah, they're right. They should have gone with Skywalker. But technically, shouldn't have been Lars. Shouldn't he have been christened Luke Lars? So he could blend in with the family on Tatooine? I mean, is anybody else in the area questioning why they have a little boy named Skywalker? No? Imagine that. That would have changed the narrative completely, wouldn't it? The Adventures of Luke Lars. It's got a nice ring to it. Okay, reason number 3. Obi-Wan Kenobi hiding out on Tatooine. For 20 odd years, he's hiding out in those hills. And he didn't think to bring a fucking spare change of clothes with him? Maybe something a little bit different? Something to hide himself away from the world? No, he's still there 20 years later wearing a fucking Jedi uniform. Yeah, that's right. He's almost wearing the identical garb that he rocked up in. What a dirty prick. You would think that you would hide out dressed as a postman or something else other than a Jedi. No, Obi-Wan, he's too clever for us. They'll never be looking for someone dressed as a Jedi when looking for a Jedi. I mean, am I looking at this all wrong or what? And that brings me to reason number 4. He thinks by changing his first name to Ben is going to keep him hidden. I mean, if Darth Vader's ever in the neighborhood and picks up the local Tatooine phone book, I mean, he's going to be cycling through that. Oh, I've been looking on every single planet, Tatooine. I mean, surely he's not here. This is where my mum was killed. Like, there's plenty of planets out there for him to hide my child. They definitely wouldn't have come here. But just in case, I'll check the phone book, you know? And he's cycling through it. And he comes Lars K. Kenobi. Oh, B. Kenobi. Oh, well, he's not here. And our next point takes us to when Luke is an older boy. I don't know, was he 19 or something? Now, this is the man, Obi-Wan we're talking about, that once thought that Anakin Skywalker, at the ripe old age of, I don't know, 2? How old was he in Phantom Menace, Anakin? So he once proclaimed that Anakin was too old to train at whatever age he was. But Luke Skywalker's a full-grown human being. But, you know, first chance off this rock. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to teach you to be a Jedi. This is it. This is right here. This is what we're doing. You're definitely not too old. I could definitely do this. I mean, Anakin was already too old to train, and that turned out fucking fine. Our next point. I believe we're up to number 7? 6. he mentions to Luke that Darth Vader had betrayed and murdered his father, and that Darth Vader was more machine than man now, twisted and evil. Exact words. I wrote them down. I watched it and I wrote them down. Like, righto, asshole. Are you even going to mention that you're the one that cut off his arms and legs and left him fucking dying on a lava beach? I mean, also that is Anakin. Nah, that won't hurt him. He can find out at his own time. He's a grown boy. I wouldn't want to give him a heads up or anything. Okay, and the last point of my top 5 reasons why Obi-Wan's a shit Jedi. We're up to point number 7. I probably should have whittled the list down a little bit, shouldn't I? Anyway, when Luke's dying from hypothermia and Hoth, you know, after he escaped the fucking the sick monster in the cave, and he zapped the lightsaber in his hand and he cut his legs down from the eye. While we're on the point, how did that fucking bear, I don't know what it is, how did the abominable snowman get Luke's feet up into the roof and freeze them there like that? How the fuck does that work? I mean, imagine he stood him on his head and shoved his feet up into a hole and then tipped out a bottle of water while he was blowing upwards to make sure the water... I just imagine the Hoth monster standing there holding on to Luke's waist and trying to guide his feet into the hole while also somehow... It doesn't make sense. Unless gravity doesn't exist, but we know it does. Obi Wan Kenobi comes to him as a Force ghost for the first time. To do what? Go and train with Yoda or some shit. How about you go Force ghost yourself to the people at the base and tell them where Luke is? Obviously, the best thing to do would be to appear to Luke and ramble on about some side quest that he may not get to because you don't know whether he's going to survive yet or not. Anywho, by the way, I want all these questions answered in the Kenobi TV series that's going to be coming to Disney+. I'm sure they're going to answer a lot of them. I mean, why has he gone batshit crazy while living on Tatooine? I mean, I guess it's hot. He's old. That's been my list. If you have any other points as to why Obi-Wan isn't a very good Jedi or much of a smart bloke whatsoever, please post them in the comments. Hit me up. Thanks for watching my video. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you, I'm not used to this YouTube thing, but, you know, click the subscribe button if you want to see some more. Make sure your little bell's turned on. I think that's what you do these days. Anyway, hooroo, catch ya. Thanks for watching.